My name is Carrie Hutchinson, and I'm a member of the Santa Barbara chapter of Showing Up for Racial Justice. Like our youth leader said, SURGE is a national organization aimed at educating and mobilizing white people to become more active in fighting racism as part of a multiracial movement. Today, I'd like to speak directly to the folks in the audience with racial privilege, just like myself. This year, many of you have become motivated to play a more active role in fighting for our democracy, and I applaud you for that work. In fact, thank you for showing up today to this very important event. You're here. While I love seeing all of this activism, I'm growing more and more concerned about what myself and some of my fellow organizers perceive as a short-sighted approach to real and lasting social change. I want to share these insights with you today so that they stay on your mind as you continue to plan and organize throughout this year. Over the past year, I've asked some of our community members of color to give anonymous feedback about what they would want us white people to know while we're organizing alongside them. The comment that struck me the most was this one. We are astonished when white people show up for us. Are you okay with that? No. Me too. This sentiment shines a spotlight on the fact that most of us tend to fight with the greatest dedication only for the issues that we believe affect our immediate lives. We are willing to fight, because I see all that with your pussy hats and your whole everything. It's awesome. I can see that you're ready to fight. But we only fight really, really hard for what we ourselves have determined is the most urgent, based on our own limited lens of experience. The truth is, none of us can become liberated if we only fight our hardest for the one or two things that we think affect us personally. Right, women? Because suffering and indignity for any of our fellow humans is ultimately our shared burden to bear as a society, as so many people before me have already said. And until we figure that out, we are just running in circles with our activism. I speak out about racial justice specifically because nearly every issue in our country is a racial justice issue. Us white folks cannot say in good conscience that our sense of well-being and safety is the same as that of our community members of color. When it comes to, for example, many of the things that have already been mentioned here, our prison system, our educational systems, our healthcare access and treatment, our voting systems, the theme of this very march and rally, and as many people have already said, our policing. The list goes on and on. If I had more time, I would overwhelm you with the statistics, but I don't. So I want to leave you with this. Oppression is systemic. That's why we need significantly greater numbers of people who are willing to do quite a lot more than treating others equally. Yes. I'm tired of it too. We need more people willing to learn about how to take direct action for change, as opposed to continuing with the misguided belief that kindness could somehow ever be enough. It's not. In fact, it's estimated that if we don't get at least 7 million white people shifting from polite non-racism to direct anti-racist action, then we should expect the fight for racial equality to continue at a snail's pace. I am not okay with this pace. So if you are ready, are you ready? If you're ready to shift from being a non-racist to being an anti-racist, look us up online by searching Showing Up for Racial Justice or SURGE, S-U-R-J. I don't even carry a sign-up sheet anymore because I don't want you to pledge your allegiance to racial justice today and then do nothing for it tomorrow. So your first act of accountability is to find me online. Showing Up for Racial Justice works in collaboration with organizations led by people of color and other marginalized groups in our community, many of whom you're hearing from today. I urge you to listen deeply to their wisdom and their lived experience, and then follow their lead as we organize together in 2018. Thank you.